top five. Those Shaq's Lakers and Celtics are all better. However, the number one way are Russell Celtics. They're still the best.
For now, Kevin Harlan.
Small forward position at 6. We got the Washington Wizards and the Miami Heat. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports. For myself, Kevin Harlan, and my broadcast partner, Steve Clark Kellogg. Welcome, everyone. So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Wall and Beal together in the backcourt. Nene down low with Gortat. And it's Pierce in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Dragic. And it's blocked. Right side, good. Right side. On defense, Miami. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Here's Miami now.
Nene, I think, an underrated defensive player. Not a big shot blocker, but he has tremendous size and strength, and he can move laterally. So he can really move and cover the pick and roll and switch on to guards, an effective defender.
Now here's Wade. Connects in the foul line jumper.
And a pleasure to watch him work at that end of the floor.
And Pierce, here we go. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. About a minute played so far here in the first.
And Nene, for his size and agility, at times somewhat disappointing in terms of rebounding the ball. Throughout his career, actually, his rebound rate has fallen steadily over the last 3 years. Maybe injuries a factor in that, but they do need more from him on the glass.
Now Wall, after the missed 3 from Goran Dragic. Bosch grabs the miss. The Heat have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And it's Wade penetrating. That drops.
Well, the drive to the bucket was nice, but how about the finger roll finish? Beautiful.
Here's Washington now. 4-point game. You talk about the subtle decline for Nene. Is scoring efficiency, Steve, also taking a turn for the worse over the last couple seasons?
Yeah, still. In his early 30s, age shouldn't be that big a factor for a big man, but I guess it's the accumulation of all those injuries, including his knee sprain last season, that may be taking their toll.
Here's Beal after the made shot from Goran Dragic. Here's Gortat. Another shot. The shot by Nene. No good.
That's now 4 misses on their first 5 attempts. Still trying to find the rhythm and flow here offensively. They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
Yep, it's been a clinic at that end of the floor, no question.
The Wizards have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Pierce, good on the shot.
Well, every once in a while, he'll show us some pretty good moves around the hoop.
The Heat leading by 6. Dragic dishes to Wade. The fader. Washington with the rebound. And here we go, the Wizards fast break. Wall with the ball, and it's Dragic with the rebound. Heat have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Here's Wade, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got 3 assists in the game.
Well, you look at the Wizards, they've got an interesting mix of younger players and veterans, and they had tried to build their team with younger players, but a lack of leadership and maturity and professionalism led them to make some trades for more veteran presence, and you need a nice blend if you're going to win at a consistent level and get to the playoffs. And the Wizards got all the way to the second round as a result.
Heat have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ball game. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, Luol Deng was supposed to have a lot more help in Chicago as they got healthy, but injuries struck once again, and they were forced to ship Deng off to help in the next rebuilding project. First time Deng has ever played in a different uniform.
And Luol Deng, Clark, one of only 5 Bulls in history to play in a 10th year with the team, the 4th leading scorer in their franchise's history.
And Kevin, Coach Thibodeau called him the glue of the team, the Velcro guy. But despite everything he meant to the organization, his free agency weighed heavily. He refused a significant extension offer, so they felt they had to go in a different direction.
The Heat making a switch here. Anderson's checked in.
A new-look lineup for the Miami Heat this season. The big three of LeBron, Wade, and Bosh is no more. Certainly not what fans hope for, but we'll see what this team can achieve this season with the new group. They'll be energized a bit. Obviously, they'll miss the brilliance of LeBron, but they'll be hungry to prove they can still get it done. He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Yeah, nice fast break from start to finish, guys.
Especially on the back end. I mean, he polished it off perfect.
Dragic banked in off the glass. Dragic has got his second basket. And for Miami, it wasn't a matter of money or anything. It just seemed that LeBron had accomplished, maybe in his own mind, everything he wanted to on South Beach.
And they did accomplish a tremendous amount. I mean, 4 trips to the finals consecutively. They won 2 of them. 2 NBA titles, but this is still a very good team with Wade, Bosh, and now Luol Deng leading the charge.
That's kind of his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the defense and finish at the rim.
Well, now we go to Doris Burke, who spoke with Randy Whitman. Doris?
The phrase superstar gets tossed around the league a lot these days, but that is how he described Dwayne Wade. He said that D. Wade's the guy we'll be giving the most attention to because he can function either as a playmaker or a scorer, saying no matter what he chooses to do, he can hurt you. We have to be ready for everything. Easier said than done, guys. Thank you, Doris. And the Heat with some changes. Whiteside comes in for Chris Anderson. And Josh McRoberts subbed in for Luol Deng. Washington make it. Sessions sets the pick for Bynum. Unloads from 13. And that one's good by Porter.
Those are what we call confidence building blocks.
Miami leading by 7. Dragic with a wide open look. Another miss by Dragic.
It has not been an easy quarter for him. At least how about that basketball fan?
Beautiful.
Wow.
Out of this world aerial skills for a guy of his size.
Kevin, that's what separates him from some of the other point guards around the league. The ability to rise and throw it down.
And I wouldn't be surprised if that spurs them on. Maybe he sparks a little bit of a comeback here.
Wizards trail by 5. Here's Seraphin. And that one is hammered home.
Elevates and powers in the one-hand.
Textbook.
I'm glad he didn't go overboard and try to do too much.
And it's Wade penetrating. And the shot is good. Wade's got 8. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Bynum with it. Sessions with a screen on Dragic. Here's Bynum. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Bosh against Porter. Here's Wade. Good, and it's Bosh picking up the assist. That's 10 points for Dwayne Wade.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, and it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Heat have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. That free throw good from Wade. And Wade drops them both. 11 seconds left in the first quarter. Bynum drives in, shoots from 12, and that one's good. Five seconds left here in the opening quarter. He gets it up. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And now that we've gotten a chance to see it in slow motion, I think the ruling has to be that he did not beat the buzzer with that shot.
Yeah, I agree, Clark. He wasn't quick enough on his release, it would appear. Looks like the ball was still in his fingertips as the clock went off.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Heat lead by 7. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And when you consider how the Heat are doing, Stephen Clark, what are your thoughts?
Well, the thing they tried to establish right away was the presence down low. You look at the points in the paint. I think that's been the difference.
Yeah, and I like the fact, Steve, that they're not settling for the outside shots. I mean, go in there and get what you want. Keep attacking the rim.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Chalmers and D. Wade are the guards. Dang out there with Haslam. And it's McRoberts in at the 5. That's good, and the Heat lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Sessions.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
Yeah, that's 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed on good looks right at the rim. Otto Porter, the 3rd overall pick in last year's draft out of Georgetown, touted as one of the most NBA-ready players in the draft, but a hip injury cost him the first month of the season, and he never really could get into the rotation.
Here's Serafin. Good.
Well, he earned that one. Took the hit and still found a way to knock it down.
Yeah, fantastic body control. And the will to get it done. You like that focus.
Chris Anderson has checked in for Josh McRoberts. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Nene, he's checked in for Humphries. Pierce comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Bradley Beal's checked in for Sessions. And John Wall subbed in for Will Bynum. And for Otto Porter, not a consistent rotational player last season for the Washington Wizards, Clark. And given their spotty history in the draft, you'd forgive the fans for getting just a little bit nervous with this guy.
Yeah, you know what? I would tell the fans to be patient. I'm a little disappointed. I thought Otto Porter would emerge sooner than he has, but you can't give up on young players. He didn't shoot the ball well as a rookie. He did show you a versatile skill set with the Hoyas, so perhaps year 2 will be a better year for him.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kevin, as you know, Dwayne Wade has one of the best pump fakes in the NBA, and he'll tell you he picked it up from Sam Cassell. Of course, you remember Sam was playing in Milwaukee when Wade was at Marquette in the same town. Wade knows how hard it is to deal with pump fakes. I bite too, not as much, but guys get me. I get mad every time because I'm like, that's my move. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, he's a piece of work, isn't he? Thank you, Doris. And now in transition is Pierce. Here we go. They get it again. And he gets it to go.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't... pick up the aggression, things are only...
Again, the miss by Dan.
And you know why he was open there. They didn't commit too much defense to him, and you can see why. He has trouble making that shot.
Outside, Wall. Stolen by Wade. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. And the basket by Chalmers. Washington calls timeout. Well, the way Wade played early on his career, guys, how aggressively he attacked the rim and sacrificed his body, you knew that kind of play style would not last. And so, Steve, it looks like maybe he's adjusted a bit.
Yeah, I would agree with that, Kevin. He's become more cerebral. He's also, you know, in terms of attacking the rim, doesn't happen as frequently, but he picks his spots.
Here's Gortat. A second chance effort, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. Goran Dragic is checked in for Dwayne Wade. For Washington, they had gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And with Wade still getting to the hoop, you know, a lot of it, as you said, comes from his ability to keep defenders guessing with that really remarkable pump fake. I don't know if I've seen a player, certainly in the last 20 years, master the pump fake the way Dwayne Wade has. It's hard not to go for it.
Wall against Chalmers. Wall passes to Pierce. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Pierce has got it all tied up now for Washington. The Heat have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9.
And Wade really has one of the best pump fakes in the game right now. Perhaps one of the best in league history. Defenders keep biting on it, even knowing how he likes to get in the lane.
And Beal kicks to Wall. Wizards passing it around. 6 to shoot. Gortat with a screen on Anderson. Here's Beal. That one rolling around and rims out.
Gotta like the defense not quitting on the play and getting a hand in the face.
Sure do. With a tough defender breathing down your neck, that makes it not an easy shot.
Has him against Wall. Pass to Beal. Nene setting the pick for Beal. Beal with another miss.
He got the shot he wanted off that pick, just couldn't get it to fall.
But Steve, they'll take that play all day long, 10 times out of 10. That was good action.
Dang with the bucket. The Wizards have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Here is Wall. Kicks it to Pierce. Back to Wall. He feeds it to Beal. Pass to Nene. There's 39 seconds left in the first half, and that one's good.
And he shows us he knows how to finish with a flourish.
Heat shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times. Haslam can't get it to go. For Washington, they've gone 7 of 16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. Out of bounds, Miami takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And some changes here for the Heat. Whiteside's checked in for Anderson. Wash comes in for Udonis Haslem. And Josh McRoberts subbed in for Luol Deng. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Chris Humphries has checked in for Nene. Porter comes in for Pierce. Sessions checked in for Beal. And it's Bynum. In for John Wall. No one near Sessions as he lets it fly. No good on the... So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. Dwayne Wade really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, he was on a mission there in the first half, just trying to get into the lane every time possible.
Aggressive attacking basketball at its very best.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first two quarters.
Nice numbers from D. Wade. He has 14 points and a steal.
He has been fundamentally sound today, making great passes and knocking down his free throws.
And, guys, those are two things they've really needed from him.
And on the floor for Randy Whitman as we get into the second half. Wall and Beal together in the backcourt. Pierce and Nene filling up the forward spots. And it's Gortat in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Well, if you remember early in Eric Spoelstra's head coaching career, when he was new and the big three were assembled, there were some people questioning Spoelstra's command, maybe even within the team. Those questions are long gone now. He has become an excellent head coach.
Wall dishes to Beal. Back to Wall. Shot clock at 6. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Wall's got 5 points so far.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
And Coach Spoelstra, known for his work ethic and attention to detail. He's a grinder.
No question about it, Kevin. Got his start as a video coordinator back when everything ran on VHS, so you know he had to do an awful lot of work. And he's worked his way up slowly but surely. He's grown as an assistant under some terrific mentors, and now he's really, I think, one of the best head coaches in the game without question.
He's visited college football training facilities, NFL camps. He really tries to broaden his perspective.
He sure does, and you can see evidence of that in how he handles himself.
And the second free throw, good. Marcin Gortat, the Polish hammer. Steve, we like him, I know, the 57th pick back in 2005.
He's just a quality starting center in the NBA. 6'11", center, can score and defend. Really a good pickup for Washington.
Whiteside takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the layup. Whiteside's got his second bucket. The Wizards with the lead. Now here's Wall. He's got 5. Goes up to the stripe. Good on the jump shot.
And Gortat got his rebounding back up last season. A consistent double-double guy in the middle. And he turned 30 last season. Still very much in the prime of his career.
Well, they need a shot or two to fall here soon. They're only 1 of 4 since the break.
Here's Pierce. And he overshot that one, missing. The Heat have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. And the basket by Chalmers.
And Gortat, a strong finisher inside, can shoot out to about 15 feet. He can do a lot worse at the center position. The key for him is just staying healthy. He's been key for this team's offense the way he's distributed the ball.
Yeah, you know, the offense is just moving through him, Steve. No doubt.
No good. And it's Washington the other way. And here we go. Washington fast break. Pierce with the ball.
Everything's going right now. 4 for 5 shooting, 80%. They've got their offense clicking.
Fires from 14. That one's good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down to 4 points. The basket there from Dragic.
The entire defense was frozen footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Wall against Dragic. It's Wall with the drive. Miami grabs the miss.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Bosch passes to Whiteside. Ball's knocked loose. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. Wall's running. Beal's shot is good.
Great looking bounce pass to set up that play.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. The Wizards making the playoffs last season for the first time in the last 6 years, playing around 500 basketball. Steve, what's the upside for this team in your opinion?
Well, their depth and history of injuries have to be a concern, Kevin. I mean, in the East, they'll remain a playoff team, but a contender for the title, I don't know.
Dragic against Pierce. The 3. The shot is off.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
Yeah, not enough defensive coverage there to prevent him from firing that time. But, yeah, I think if he's open, he's got to let that thing fly.
And, you know, part of the depth issue for the Wizards is they struggled to find difference makers in the draft. Aside from taking John Wall first overall back in 2010, their selections have more than often left a bit to be desired. Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebounding.
Well, you have to rebound to win, and that's exactly what's happening right now.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Well, you look at some of the best picks in Wizards history. Earl the Pearl Monroe, Wes Unseld. Great players, but not as many great picks. And that's frankly why this has been one of the NBA's less successful teams over the years.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Washington making some changes. Here's Napier. Walker goes in. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
The Heat have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. And so Walker nails both of them.
Well, the Miami Heat, since the Big Three assembled, have been a polarizing team. Some fans rooted for them, others rooted against them. Either way, they've been an incredible story for the league and have become just a huge draw around the NBA.
11 feet away, 6 on the shot clock. Bynum drives in, shot from the wing, shot's good. Bynum's got the lead up to 8 now for Washington. Heat have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. And now with the Big Three era coming to an end, Miami now perhaps one of the more hated teams around the NBA, but Clark, they are still at the forefront of the league scene in the East.
And while they might have lost a bunch of the bandwagon fans, by no means is this team finished with being a title threat. There's just too much talent on this roster, and for the first time in a long time, they might enjoy being viewed as underdogs.
Here's Walker. The rebound by Humphries. Humphries has got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They put a lot of effort into their rebound.
Well, you get more rebounds, you get more possessions, more shots at the hoop, and oftentimes that decides the game.
And Sessions kicks the quarter, just 5 on the clock. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Wizards shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
Well, you look back at a season ago, this is a club that made 78% of its shots from the free throw line, so very comfortable with that strike.
And you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
Shot is off, and it's Miami the other way.
That's a shot he's got to hit, and you don't get too many better looks from that range.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Bynum dishes to Sessions, and he gets it to go. Sessions has got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
They've been getting it inside at every opportunity and getting results, too.
It's a great formula, and it's really a sign that the offense is clicking.
Napier, no good. Some solid D here from Bynum. The dish to Sessions. Here's Seraphin. Cashes in for a double-digit lead. Seraphin's got 7 points in the game.
Giving them an opportunity at second chance points with some hard work on the glass there.
And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Wizards out front, up by 11. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The 4th quarter is coming up next. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the finish, guys, this is where you know you are right on the money with that pass. Look at that. Perfectly timed.
Dang and McRoberts holding down the forward spots. D-Wade out there with Dragic, and it's Haslam in at the 5, patrolling the paint. That's the group in the game for the Heat.
And Steve, not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
Yeah, well deserved. I mean, they have worked their tails off on the glass. They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Yeah, that's a low percentage shot right there.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, he's got to be thinking out there a little better. Make the pass in that situation. Don't force a bad shot.
Offensive rebound, and that one's good. And that's now 10 points for Nene.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
That one's good, and the Wizards' lead is cut back down to 13 with the basket coming from Dragic.
Well, he wasn't fazed at all by the bigger man on him, and on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
For 3, Pierce. Pierce with another miss. Heat have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Haslam the pass to Dang. The 15-footer, and that one's good.
Boy, flew out. Dang. He's rolling. Dialed in offensively.
Wizards leading by 11. Washington calls timeout.
You know, we saw some coach turnover heading into the season, but nothing like a year ago when there were 13 changes of NBA coaches. I think that was a record, or if not, it was really close to one. Even winning coaches were getting let go. A lot of new NBA owners are coming in, and in some ways, it is a changing of the guard, quite honestly.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Yes, Kevin, Randy Whitman had some words for his team over the break. He was absolutely adamant, saying, don't let them off the hook. Let's keep our foot on the pedal and keep doing the things that have gotten us here this far. We're almost home.
And you know, you look at the coaching carousel, the profession has perhaps never been more volatile. Steve, you're getting ready to enter that yourself. A real shakeup right now, and hopefully it settles down.
Well, that's one of the reasons I got the opportunity, Kevin. So many changes, and so we'll see what happens. Hopefully that volatility won't be going on in the Bay Area.
A floater, it's good, and the Washington lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Dragic.
He's been much more effective in the second half than he was in the first.
And Wall kicks to Beal. Outside, Wall. Here's Gortat, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. And the Wizards lead by 11. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Here's Dragic. Another miss by Dragic.
Looked like he rushed that one, guys. The defense was out of position. He was wide open, just couldn't take advantage.
Outside, Wall. Feeds it to Nene. Outside, Wall. He dishes it to Beal. Clock at 6. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for Washington.
I'll tell you what, they've hit the boards hard in this one. It's led to an abundance of second-chance points. I mean, they've gotten a lot of second-chance points.
And another thing they're doing is really taking advantage of fast break opportunities and scoring some easy baskets.
Here's good.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
And the Heat call time here.
Paul Pierce, at one time a franchise talent and an elite two-way player, now a self-described role player. He's a heck of a good one, too. A great scorer, can shoot, drive, and get to the line.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Josh McRoberts has checked in for Bosh. And it's Chalmers in for Dwayne Wade. Wizards leading by 14. Now Wall. Passes it to Beal. Back to Wall. He tries for 3. The shot will not go. Well, he go the other way with it. And Paul Pierce is always love those elbows.
Yeah, and he's such a good ball handler and so crafty in getting to his spots and able to put the defense on its heels. Not overly athletic. You think about Paul Pierce, and he's never one to overwhelm you with athleticism, but man, can he play some basketball.
Josh McRoberts, a pretty unique player, 6'10", standing passer and quality shooter from range. But he's not without weaknesses. He could be a better rebounder and maybe a better defender for a player with his size and athleticism.
It's Pierce with the drive, and the layup's good off the glass. Pierce has got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, this is what he does. He's shooting it well. He's scoring a lot of their points, getting them in front.
And McRoberts' rebounding rate has declined every season in the NBA, and that's 6 straight seasons. A rate last season that's unacceptable for a guy of his size. I mean, he's got to find a way to make a bigger impact on the glass.
And they go to the intentional foul.
I'm not sure what he was thinking about there. That's a strange foul.
Who knows? Maybe he just wanted to take a break for a minute.
Wall against Chalmers. It's Wall with the drive. Magnificent rejection. McRoberts inside. Washington with the rebound. Nene's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And McRoberts, a starter in his time in Charlotte. His shooting provided spacing for locker room presence Big Al Jefferson to operate inside. Signed by the Miami Heat this offseason, Clark, just before LeBron's decision.
And Kevin, his game certainly would have been a compliment to LeBron, but any team can use a big man who can pass and shoot. And with his athleticism, he still has some upside.
Yeah, agreed.
And clearly no question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Wizards.
Clark, their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
Yeah, Kevin, they had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots.
Depth always a factor in wins like this, and what an incredible game out of nowhere it was for Paul Pierce. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do anything really to stop him.
And the Heat with some changes. Chris Bosh is checked in for Josh McRoberts, and Dwayne Wade subbed in for Mario Chalmers.
He needed to cash in on all of those. Missed opportunities at the line are the last thing they need right now.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what, Kevin, but he's been awful ever since the second half started. Not even been a factor.
Dang with the bucket.
Well, their offense has kicked into gear, but seems to have arrived a little bit too late.
And as a coach, that can really be frustrating. I mean, your guys were stumbling along for most of the game, and now, when it's basically over, they finally decide to come alive.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
A technical foul has been called on the Heat. At the line for the Wizards, Bradley Beal.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
"19 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Seraphin. At balls, great assist by Ramon Sessions.
Assist from
And the Wizards lead by 14.
Sessions.
Wade dishes to Anderson. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. And here's Sessions. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dreamlike games for a coach.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Paul, congratulations on a win in a game where you found yourselves in an uphill battle, but able to fight through that.
Reach out, touch faith.